this part of the carriage is now roughed out as far as I'm going to take it on this setup. So what I'm going to start to do is finish this center section here. I'm going to finish the walls and the floor, and I'm going to use the existing edges that are still there to make sure that the center cutout is perfectly centered on this piece, because that's going to establish a precise center line. So the first thing I'm going to do before I even start cutting anything is to verify that the piece is still straight on the table. If you remember in the previous video, that was the first thing I did when I started roughing this out, was indicate this straight. So I'm going to just double check that, which is important when you're done roughing, and then I'm going to begin to finish the sidewalls and the bottom floor. So now I have this off of the machine table and just doing some quick inspection here. I'm getting just under an inch, which is exactly what I wanted. And if I check the other end, I'd say it's within a couple of tenths. And then when I flip it over here and do the other side, it's about a thousandth or so under what it is on the other side. Like here it's 999, and more on this end it's just a hair under 999. So I feel like for the machine and its capabilities overall, I was able to accomplish what I set out to do. So now the key is going to be roughing this other section down. Then I'm going to take a slitting saw in here and cut this chunk off and finish these sides. I have the slitting saw in here. I'm not sure what size it is, maybe 1.5 inch diameter or something. In the interest of saving some time, I'm going to attempt to slit off this extra chunk here. So what I want to do is kind of eyeball it to that step that I just milled down in the bottom, and I'm just going to sink it straight through and see what happens. Not sure if you can see it down here, but the screw that I have holding this on is actually about at the height of the table. So unfortunately I can't go down as deep as I'd like to, but I'm still going to give this a whirl. The other option I have is if I have a screw that is a little bit shallower, I could gain maybe another 70 thousandths maybe. It's not really worth it. So I'm going to give it a shot at the depth that it's at. well, this didn't work. So it's always okay to try and fail. And honestly, I wouldn't have really gained too much by having to slit it that far up. So, what the heck? I'll hook up the bench vise and we'll try some hacksawing and see how fun that'll be.